Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. As the title says, this is a review on the e.l.f. Beauty Book, the Neutral Eye Edition palette. And if you'd like to get my take experience in using this product, please keep on watching. So I just want to thank you for stopping by to hear my review, take and experience on this e.l.f. Beauty Book Neutral Eye Edition. Now this is like maybe a year or two old. I know some of you may have these because these are one of the first or second set of beauty edition beauty books. Now e.l.f. seems to bring out these almost every season. They have one for the back to school season and they usually have one for the holiday season, which is like Christmas. This came out, I think it was not last summer. I think it was either maybe the summer before the January, but a lot of people were trying to grab their hands on these because it was claimed that this was a dupe to the Naked palette, the very first Naked palette. So that's one of the reasons why I got this, because I did not have the Naked palette as yet. And everyone kept saying that this was a dupe. So rather than put out the money, I really thought, okay, I'll just get this and see. Because I did have at that time a couple of other e.l.f. palettes and they were okay. I liked them. So thought for $5 US, if you're in the US, and you can buy this from like say Target or from eyestheface.com site, or if you are in Trinidad, it retails to about 50 TT dollars, 50, 55, 60, so for even $75 wherever you can, you're able to source these. So I know a couple of people did pay $75 for this just because it was titled the dupe for the Naked palette. So yeah, so this was how it looks, and it comes just like a regular beauty book where they have the shadows shown here at the back, how when you open it, the two types of the two sides. Sorry, what am I saying? So I know some of you be like, okay, where's the Naked palette? Are you doing a comparison? No, I wouldn't be doing a comparison here. But what I will do is do a comparison on my blog, not my blog, my Facebook page. So I'll post photos of this palette, of the Naked palette and swatches. So you need to check out my Facebook page. I will try to do that for you guys as soon as possible, but it should be there. So in opening the palette, it comes like all beauty book with, yes, a plastic here, and you get the instructions, and I'm just so that you don't blind you guys, you get the instructions here on how to use it, where to use different items, and of course something must fall. I had to grab it. It says like eye, it's a noun, plural eyes, and it talks about how you define the eye contour, etc. I don't have a look at this, but this is really good for those of you who are now starting off and pretty much or more or less want to get instructions how to use. And excuse, I'm going to actually put this paper to block, right? So this is how it comes. There is a plastic that it's hooked on either side so that you can't so people can't really touch the palette, but they can still open it and see what's in the palette. It comes with an eye pencil, a very small travel size one, and this is in coffee. I don't usually ever use these, but I can just go ahead and swatch it quickly for you guys. It's not the softest, it's not hard at all, so this is a pretty decent something, I would definitely say. And for how old it is, this really standing up, and it's not hard and brittle or anything like that. So this is something I won't use this necessarily on my waterline. It seems more like a lid eye pencil, and also you can use this as a base because you can smudge it, and that's awesome. And so on to the shadows, you get 12 shadows just like with the Naked palette. So ever so often I may try to refer back to that Naked palette, but yeah. And it comes with a sponge tip applicator, but those things always fall out every time I'm using, so I just take them and sometimes discard them, and sometimes I keep them because they're sometimes good. Yeah. So you get the colors, and it has a range of neutrals, as in light colors, which highlighter colors, into darker colors. I'll show you guys a close-up look, and I will post photos on my Facebook page for you guys. You can see that I have used up some of the colors here for quite a bit. And what I love with this is that it has the different finishes, so they're not all matte, all shimmers, all glittery or anything like that. Satin. So you get the mattes, and from use I see there's two mattes. There are quite a few satins, one or two that's shimmery, and then one that has some glitter chunks in it, which is like this black here. So I am going to swatch all colors for you guys to see. Swatch them on my hand. My hand has no primer base or anything like that, for you guys to see what the colors. So the first row has very neutral, like highlighted colors depending on your skin tone. Then the middle size has the different browns and I think like copper colors, and then the last row has like this gray gunmetal color, this black with shimmers. This is like a nice burnt burgundy color, and then you have this, what color you call it, like a brownish burgundy color here, but really awesome. Sometimes I use these colors as crease colors so I don't get a really dramatic eye. So onto the swatches. So this is, I'm starting from this side going across. So that's the first one, that's its swatch. Then there's the second color that's next to it, third color, which is a matte color. Can you guys see that? And then the other color. So now swatched on my hand, and I am using the shadows in this palette for my look. So that's the first row right there. I must blow out the matte color because it's a little powdery, but yeah. And then we have the second row, which is, this is the other matte brown. This is the goldy color, a brown, a nice bronze brown. And then, woo, that one is soft. Then there's a darker brown. And of course, again, these are like one swipe into it. This one is really soft. I press a little too hard. I wouldn't say it's chalky, it's just really soft. So you'll just more or less, and super pigmented. So the gold, this is the goldy color, and then this is like a kind of brown. And I think that one should be buildable, so let's try and see if we can build it a little more for you guys. There you go, it is buildable, so you can build it to get a better color. And then on to the last row, and it's moving a little fast, right? So that's the last row. Okay, so we have this as the black with the shimmers. It's not showing too well, but we're going to swatch it again to see if it is buildable. So we swatch again. That's the second swatch. I wouldn't say it's not a really, oh, you're really not going to get a really dark black. So this is more like a charcoal black. And the shimmers and glitters are not looking like they're transferring either. I know if you use like a sponge tip applicator, you'll definitely get a much more, much higher pigmented. So this is the first row, this is the second row, this is the third row. My hands has no primer, no base. My hand has no primer, no base or anything like that. So for a $5 or say a $50, $55 palette, $80 palette, I would actually say this is amazing. Now I totally underestimated this. I've had this in my collection for such a long time, and even though it was a dupe and I did pick it up, I just did not end up using it. I ended up using a number of other palettes, and I started using it last week for my makeup basket and even into this week, because really truly why this ended up being in this week's weekly basket is because I loved it so much. I got so many compliments on my eye look with this. I'm wondering why I have the Naked palette now, for real. But this is amazing. So if you can get these, and these might still be able to find them on eBay and Amazon, I definitely recommend you get this. Now you have to definitely use a base and a primer. So I have on a base and a primer on my eyes here, and I wear this all day. Sometimes it's like 12 hours I have on this. My primer that I use is the e.l.f. Mineral Primer and Blush, and the base right now I'm using will be the Jumbo Stick pencils that I'm using for this week, and you can check my weekly basket. But I'm using that, those, and I use it with these shadows. Amazing. Love it. Definitely recommend this. Would give this, I say, a 4.5 out of 5, just because it matches up with the cost. If this was like say $20, it wasn't gonna be worth it. But for $5 or $55, $50, amazing. Definitely recommend you guys to get some tries. But remember, always use a primer and definitely a base so that it can stick onto, especially some of those soft colors. But it is absolutely amazing. I love it. I will definitely be using it out quite often. I can make a whole look with this book, and that's why I really love it. I get my transition color, my crease color that is appropriate for work. So this is a definite recommend for the neutral girls, the girls who have to wear neutral colors to work, to school, etc. Definitely it. So thank you so much for watching, and remember to check my Facebook page for swatches and comparison with the Urban Decay Naked palette. So until next time guys, bye bye.